Hello, welcome back to the woods. Now, in the world of bushcraft and survival, there's lots and lots of gear. There's firelighting stuff that's super exciting, there's ferro rods and special matches and lighters. There's also sharp things, knives, axes, all those super sexy bits of gear. But when someone says to you, water filters, it's not really the sexiest thing in the world. However, water, as we know from the rule of threes, is absolutely vital. Not only do we need to carry it, but we also need to be able to procure it. Not only procure it, but treat it so that it's safe to drink. So when a company said they would send me out some items that they make, that will make water safe to drink, that will aid us while we're out in the woods on our trips, I thought, maybe. Then I looked to see what else was around and to see what other people were using, and there is quite a bit of stuff already out there, and there are items out there that seem pretty trendy and very good at the moment that a lot of people are carrying, but they were about 70 or 80 pounds a pop, and I thought, well, for a lot of people it's not really an option. So this particular company, they make items which seem a lot more cost effective. The problem is, are they any good? I didn't know, and I'm sure you don't know. So I thought I'd get them in, test them, see what they are like. So the company that originally contacted me was called, I think it was Filtration Systems, and I asked about the product before they sent it out because I didn't particularly want to waste anyone's time. So they sent me over some links for their products, and those links I've put in the description box down below. What the link showed me is that they make a range of products that do indeed filter water and make it safe to drink. They seem fairly high spec in that they filter out 99.999% of bacteria out of water. They also have a filter size which I think it goes down to 0.1 of a micron, which is absolutely tiny. Again, all of that information is down in the description box down below. Also down there I'll put a link in for where you can purchase them from, because the cost of these items is very, very cost effective indeed, and certainly suitable for most people's pocket. So after a couple of weeks and several emails, they did send me through a parcel, and when I opened the parcel up, what I found was not one item to test out, but actually 3 items, and they all seem to be based roughly around this little straw system, this little cartridge here. Now this is their baseline product, which is their personal water filter. As you can see, it's fairly small and compact, and it would be ideal for survival type kits. The idea is that you can drink direct from water sources using this, so all you do is pop the cap off, pop the other end open, place it into the water and draw it up. Now, for those of you who remember survival aids many years ago, back when it was owned by, I think it was Freddie Markham, they produced a survival straw which was about the same length as this, quite a bit thinner, and you needed the lungs of a horse to draw the water up through. Not the case with this at all. This, the water actually flows through fairly quickly. It's not particularly difficult to draw through, and there was no bad taste or bad smell or anything else. It was very simple to use. One of the other things I quite liked about it was, well, it also will take plastic bottles, so any of your collapsible water bottles or empty Coke or fizzy drink or mineral water bottles can be screwed into that threaded end down there, meaning that you could just take this, and then if you need a quantity of water, you can look around, find a plastic bottle, scoop the water up in that, screw the end on and drink it straight through. So a really useful little item. As I said, it's small, it's lightweight, It comes with this little neck lanyard thing, but I think it's a great little item. Cost wise, they come out at, I think it was $12 or $13, which was pretty good. All the technical information, the size that the filter goes down to, and the fact that it filters out 99.99% of bacteria is all down in the information box down below. So this item, their personal water filter by WakiWaki, great little item, and I think well worth the money. There are other ones out there that look incredibly similar to this. It seems to be a sort of generic pattern. This was the one that they sent me through, and yeah, I think it's absolutely great. So this was another item they sent me through, and this is your bog standard sports type bottle. Will fit in the carrier on my bike where I carry my water bottle, so it's a fairly standard size. Fits in the side of most of your little day sacks. We have those mesh pockets on the side. Ideal, fits in one of those, and it looks just like a regular water bottle. It's got a little hanging loop on the end. It's got graduations running down the side so that I can see how much water I've consumed through the course of the day. It's got this little protective cap with a little clip on there, which you can move that down, which locks it in place so it can't accidentally flip open, and you can go like so and up it pops. What that does is that protects this mouthpiece area so you can give it a clean. It's not likely to pick up dust, dirt, bacteria, etc. through the day. Inside there, you can just see there's a little tiny compass, which I thought was a really nice little touch. In operation, all you do is draw the water up through. Now, all is not quite as it seems, because when you get this, when you open the box up, which there's a bit of video coming up on what you get inside there, you get your instructions, you get the bottle like this, and you also get a clear straw, and that straw fits on the inside here. So that when you're out and about normally, on your normal day, you can have just a plain plastic straw. So when you fill it up in the morning, you pop your plain plastic straw on, that goes in. The blue filter, well, I keep the blue filter in my rucksack, so that if I do have to refill through the course of the day because I've consumed all my water, even if I've got a really dodgy water source that I'm not too sure about, but I don't have any other option, I can put that on. And all it does is it just clips up inside, it holds it secure. I can fill this up from pretty much any water source, as long as it's not too heavily polluted, full of chemicals or anything else, or salt water. But I can fill this up from most other sources, and then I can drink it straight from the bottle, which I think is absolutely brilliant. Now, a lot of people say, oh yeah, you can do that with the Grail, but the Grail is, you know, really good. Now, the Grail is really expensive. I'm sure it is really, really good. It's really, really good, but it's out of my budget. This, on the other hand, these come out at about $23. Again, I'll put that link down there in the description box below. Now, I've been using this daily since I got it. They say that the filter inside, as with all of their filters, I think it filters about 1,500 litres, which is a lot of water. So what I tend to do, as I said, is I use the normal straw inside for my daily needs, but I keep the filter with it as well. I have fully tested it, so I'm not just saying this is really, really good. It's a nice sports bottle, it's a very good sports bottle, and this little straw inside that filters all the nasties out seems very, very effective. It's always a little bit dodgy when somebody gives you something to try it, particularly something that you are going to consume and put inside yourself that could potentially make you sick. So when I first filled it up, I filled it up from a not great source. It's a place that fills up after heavy rain. It's also part of a pond system where people take their dogs for a swim, and the water stinks. It's got lots of stuff floating around in it. I thought I would give it a go, so I filled it up, and that was my water for the day. And I drank it, and there were no ill effects whatsoever. And I've done it several times since, and again, I've had no problems whatsoever. So the third item that they sent me through is this, and this is their gravity water bag. This is a 3 litre one, and all it is basically is a hydration bladder. They supply it with a sling so that you can hang it up in a tree, and it allows gravity to feed. So you fill your bag once you're in camp from a lake, a stream, a river, whatever your water source is, and then all we do is hang it up in the tree. It has this little blue clip on here which acts as a tap, and on the other end, guess what? It's their little personal water filter, and all we do is pop the cap, plug that into there, undo the little cap on the top there, unclick that, and you're good to go. And it's very, very simple. Flow rate is pretty good. Obviously I'm holding this up, it doesn't particularly like to go uphill, but once it's hanging down below, it's very, very good indeed. It's lightweight, it's simple, there's not a whole lot to go wrong. With this one you also get a syringe, etc., so you can backwash the filter, and that is one of the great things with these little WakiWaki ones. You can backwash the whole system so you can clean it out after use. And yeah, very simple, very cost effective. This kit I think came out at about $25. They do a 6-litre version of this, and I think for the money what you're getting is a really good item, a very good item indeed. And I'll say I've tested these out, I've used them in some pretty dodgy water sources with no ill effects whatsoever. in use, this was very simple to use. The only thing I would say is when filling the bag, because it's a soft floppy bag, it can be quite difficult. You're probably better off getting a water bottle that is just for contaminated water, using that to fill up and then use the bottle to fill the bag. But otherwise, a great bit of kit. Now, over the years, I've used quite a few different water filtration systems, everything from the Millbank bag with a few Puritabs in it, through to the pre-Mac filters, for those of you who remember those, that were absolutely great. Then on to the Lifesaver products, the big bottle, the pump bottle, which is a good bit of kit, but it's quite bulky. And in more recent years, the little Sawyer mini filters and the Sawyer micros, which are excellent bits of kit. I think the Sawyers, I was always surprised by how little they charge for them for a product that is so good. These are actually not that different to the Sawyers from what I can see. All the technical information that comes with it is very similar. It's slightly bigger than one of the Sawyer minis, but the cost is less than half the price. And I think for what you're getting and for the peace of mind that it gives, it's pretty damn good value, to be honest. When the products came through, they were very well packaged. They came with the bits of kit you needed. So with the water bag, it comes with the strap, the water, the little carabiner. It also has an instruction manual, as do all of them. It also has a little syringe, so it will help you wash the filter out as well, and that is quite important. One of the things to bear in mind with all of these is you can clog the filters up with dirt, so always try and collect your water from a clear source. If you can't, then try and pre-filter the water using a piece of cloth or a Millbank bag or something similar to that before, when you are actually filling your bottle. It might even be something as simple as just putting a handkerchief or something over the top of the bottle before you put it into the lake, just so that any dirt, sediment, etc. is filtered out, and that way your filter is going to last longer. So there you go, those are the products from WakiWaki. A bit of a dodgy name, but not a dodgy product. I've tested them, I'm still here, I haven't been sick, no one's found me inside out on the floor, so they do work, and they work very well, and I think for the cost, what you're getting is actually a great little product. This goes pretty much everywhere with me. I think ideal for everyday use, travelling, etc. It's just that extra peace of mind. And the other bits, where it's the little personal straw, great for a survival kit, and this, a good item for your base camp kit. Absolutely brilliant. If you enjoyed this video, then remember, hit that thumbs up button, and if you haven't already, like and subscribe to the channel. If you head over to the little description box down below, as well as links for all of these products, you'll also find a link to my social media, both Instagram and Facebook, and there is also a link to my Etsy shop. Keep an eye on the Etsy shop, because there's lots of bits and pieces coming up. Now, there is also coming up the Mors Kochanski Memorial Camp Out Weekend, and that is happening on the 3rd and 4th of December. We're organising one down in Kent. If you want to come along to that one, brilliant. I'd love to see you there. If you're not, just get out on that weekend. Do something in the woods to remember the late great Mors Kochanski by, and make a donation to the Bushcraft Against Cancer Just Giving page, which is again in that description box down below. I think that's everything. I've been Neil, and until next time, stay safe in the woods.